there, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Q2. Q2 has a lot of caverns and caves, so it's about time they started adding some more cave-based terminology. Let's think for a second here. We have caves. What exactly is in caves? Something exactly good to talk about? Hey, what about spelunking? That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, that's more cave related than most of these other terms. I mean, it's still pretty random, but it's better than most of the other terms that are out there. Anyway, yeah. So this time around, we'll be checking out a level called Spelunking, and with that in mind, let's actually start it up. Oh, wait a minute! Didn't we just do this last time? Actually, we did and we didn't. Because you see, Q2 has decided to apparently have the same exact name for 2 levels in a row. What I assume happened is they didn't realize that they kept the name of the level the same when they made a new level. And so, yeah, we end up with 2 levels with the exact same name. Spelunking. Yeah. So it's once again another little sloppy piece that just shows how lazy Microstar was in making Q2 and how fast they were just kind of basically slapping this together because Quake 2's on the horizon. Quake 2 is going to be here soon and we got to cash in on this while we can. And so, yeah. With that in mind, we, of course, have a second Spelunking, which, like I said, honestly, in the scheme of things, isn't too big a deal because at least the level itself is going to be different. The level itself will be different. There's going to be the fact that probably it's not going to be broken. I think we're past the era of it finally being broken. I'm hoping. And yeah, going forward, I mean, it's called Eyes, so I'm assuming they were intended to make it with a different name. It's just they kind of forgot. So yeah, I'm going to put benefit to the doubt here and say, hopefully they were trying to do something different. They just messed up on this little thing. Let's forget the fact that it's called Spelunking and move on and see what the level actually looks like. Because, yeah, we could fascinate over that one annoying fact, but at this point, really, in the grand scheme of things, seeing the name Spelunking again just really isn't that big of a deal. We have so many more things that have been a lot worse. You know, it's pretty sad, but that's a minimal issue because everything else has been so terrible. But, yeah. Oh my god, more staircases! It seems like Q2's getting a lot more staircases recently. They finally decided after how many levels to finally add some staircases. About freaking time! It's like they said, we ran out of ideas of ways to put levels together without doing any effort. How do we improve it? Add some staircases! That will give us an infinite amount of options! Alright! And so therefore we added some staircases. And yeah, that pretty much explains it probably. I mean, really, explain me another reason why all of a sudden now we're suddenly getting staircases. This late after this many sloppily put together levels. All of a sudden they decide, hey, let's add some staircases here. You know, it's kind of like a bit too late to try and win me back with staircases. You know, suddenly trying to make MC Escher's crazy stairs over here, and suddenly that's supposed to win me back. But I digress. And that's pretty much about it. There's no Thunderbolt apparently here. So, I guess I just go up and down and all around. We have staircases all around here. What do you expect? Crazy stairs. Anyway, that seems to be all it. It's Spelunking. What did you expect? It's Spelunking with multiple staircases everywhere! And honestly, this level, I guess, is a bit better than the last one. It's more the hub-based design of a central area with some side areas on the different sides. Really, when it comes to Q2, you can see like a few generic designs. Either you have a linear level with just like a linear straight direction. You have your hub-based level with a few side rooms. or you have a corridor with a bunch of rooms off it. Those really are like the three big designs of Q2, and that pretty much basically categorizes almost all 101 levels. That's pretty terrible, actually, but welcome to the land of Q2, where originality and effort actually takes time, and we, like I said, have to rush for Quake 2. So, yeah, with that in mind, and them being at the forefront to basically rush this thing to fast completion as possible, we end up with a product that's pretty junky and is designed just to rip you off on money. And even the people in 1996 said this was terrible. So yeah, everybody hates this. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a positive review of Q2. That's pretty sad, but that's pretty much what you get when you basically trash together this thing. And yeah, it basically was the type of thing that you could only really get away with in the late 90s because it was before the age where the internet was commonplace and everyone could like say anything about it. You had Usenet forums which people could use, and you had people communicating there, but it just was not general purpose yet, whereby they still could try and get away with like ripping off you on different things. And as you get closer to like the 2000s, you start seeing that these rip-off packs suddenly disappeared. Mainly because with the internet around, people could kind of easily look up this stuff and find out that, you're being ripped off. So, yeah, this is a nice good old piece of legacy, thing. It might actually be a thing whereby saying, the past was actually a little bit worse in some regard. Usually we look at these with nostalgic purposes and say how much, better different game design was in the past. But here's one way it was really terrible. They could totally rip you off back in the 90s, and with the lack of, like, full interconnectivity, you couldn't really research it like you could today. But I digress. And plus, it was a lot more of a pain in the butt to play everything probably back in the late 90s because, this stuff was like pushing computers' performance. So, yeah, I can imagine you waiting like for like the loading turtle on like every level or so to go away so that we could actually play one of these terrible Q2 levels. Anyway, I've been blabbing for long enough. Thank you very much all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.